A little bit more difficult as well. 5-4-34 Bell Post Hill. Bannockburn 3-3-21 start of the second term here. Qualifying final this afternoon, live and exclusive on 94.7 The Pulse. It'll be Symes up against Dickers. Favours Symes. He gets it down. Roved by Moreland. Tobin came through, left the footy. Lewis didn't. Got it to Fursland. Got around on the right foot towards centre half forward. Gergich stands his ground. Can't take the mark. Pushed away by Dillon. That's going to be a great contest. Gergich on hands and knees. Kavka couldn't take the handball. Still on hands and knees. Gergich wrapped up now. Moreland coming in there. The umpire says holding the ball. That's...
Who's got it?
An interesting call because Chris Reek was there as well. And Matt Watts ends up with a free kick. I don't know how that worked out, but anyway, he's got it at centre half back. He takes it and goes long with a kick. Dillon coming across for Tula, takes a great mark in the middle in front of Jenkins. Handballs it over the top to Dillon. Slow handball, wrapped up by Jenkins, but high, said the umpire. So Pat Dillon will take the free kick inside the centre square at centre half forward. Plays on now, right foot kick long towards the teeth of goal. Hammond comes out, gets a hand to it, off hands at the back. Lima, he's wrapped up, gets a kick away. Fletcher gives it away by a hand to Overall. Had it, lost it, got it back and gave it to Lima. He picked it up under pressure, left foot kick towards Lewis who attacks it. So does Peters, he comes back at it, goes 55 out from goal. Falls over the crucial stage, then he handballs it back to Watts off a standing start. Fursland wraps him up. Handball away, missed a target. Pisano through the middle. Jenkins there as well. Foot comes through. Jenkins tried to tap it on. Back towards a big fella. Can handball it over the top to Dwayne Broome. He can get back on the left if he can. He handballs it back to Foot. They're under pressure. He gets a kick, but it's partly smothered. He gets it back again and handballs it away to Broome. They're under pressure at half forward. Wishart gets a clearing kick towards the 10-metre square. Over the back, Woods. Oh, and he takes a great mark. And will shoot for goal from 20 metres out directly in front.
Definitely the trump card. I haven't really... No, it's blatantly obvious.
You're back.
Not like I really called it. But,
hot dog out of 10, Cal. How was that?
Well, I had to rush.
So only a 7.
But so I didn't appreciate it.
Didn't devour it as well as you would normally.
No, didn't have as much sauce or well.
Sorry about that.
Yeah.
So Eddie, who's kicked all 3 of Bannockburn's goals, this for his and the Tigers' 4th. He comes in 20 metres out directly in front, southern end of the ground. Very deliberate. And has just squeezed it in, mind you. The goal umpire went along.
To the foot now bound there. It's a necessity, I suppose, after losing Tui, because Dando's had to go back. So the ball back in the middle of the ground. The ball up has come, and now there's been a good, strong tackle in the middle by Pisano. Emerging with the ball was Wishart, but the umpire's quick to throw the ball in the air again. This time Dickers up over the top. Actually beat Symes this time. Pisano put his head down, tackled. Well, he might be in trouble here. And a free kick's going to go to Bannockburn. And Fatula's going to emerge with the ball. So in the middle of the ground, he has the ball. Options short would be Foot. The longer option's going to be Eddie, and why not keep going to the big fella? He's got his body position.
There it is.
Yeah. And Martin trying to reef him out of... He's a pretty smart thinker, this bloke.
Player out of that position.
So on a deliberate approach here from Aaron Eddy. 30 metres out from goal, directly in front. Lines up... and this time went the other side and snuck it in the other side. So he knows where the both sides are, and they're going to get one through the middle. But that's his 5th and Bannockburn's 5th.
Of Bannockburn's 5. He's doing well. Back to the middle. Symes up against Dickers. Dickers gets it down. Lewis, though. Peters right next to him. Moreland runs through the middle. Lewis again over the top of it. Bannockburn fighting hard for it. Peters goes in. And umpire says play on. Now it spills to Lewis. Little left foot kick as he falls over in the mud. Goes around, but Fatula, who's had an impact, goes with a left foot kick out wide towards Dwayne Broome. And he comes out Fletcher as well. Overall, he kicks it off the ground and it falls nicely for him. Goes with the right foot kick towards the letter. Kavka runs up, does well. Gives it away by hand to Fursland. Fursland right foot kick to centre half forward. Pyle in front. Over the back play on the call. Tobin's there as well. It's going to fall towards Pyle again. He kicks it off the ground. Coming out, holes fine. Usually pretty good in this situation. Little right foot kick around the corner if you don't mind. Goal. David Holsford picked it up on his bootstraps, turned around, kicked it before you knew it, kicked the goal.
Ground, Dickers up against Symes. Dickers daps the ball down, goes towards Dillon, and also Moreland does well, paddles the ball in front of himself. Now heads towards centre wing. Dickers is there. So both players got the head down over the ball. Now there's a number of players there. I think the umpire's going to come in. No, he's not. He's let play go on. Now he'll have to. And the rain is coming down sideways.
It's hail.
Crap.
And for the days like this, I'm glad I've retired. So the ball thrown up on that centre wing position. Symes taps the ball down, went towards Tobin. On the ground was Reek, tapped it back between his legs, picked up there by Peters. Ball comes out in the tackle. Yep. Now there's a free kick. I would have thought there was probably going to be a dead heat there, but it's ended up. The advantage has been paid. Watts chips the ball short, went looking for Woods, steps back inside on the right side, goes in towards centre half forward. Contest needs to be made, but it's not going to be there. The ball is spilled by Overall. Mark comes down to Pisano now. Feeds the ball back in towards Fletcher. Fletcher gets through the tackle and releases the ball wider towards Lima. And Lima from half back goes now towards centre wing. Great kick and spots up Tobin on centre wing. Plays on quickly, chips the ball back inside. Pyle out in the lead. Doesn't take the mark. Van Ingen went there with a second effort, but Pyle is also good. Found some space and time. Picked the ball up. Tipped the ball towards Lewis. Running towards the forward pocket. Now back towards Jovanovic. Has the time and space. And a great kick from Sean Lewis. We'll see Matt Jovanovic go back and line up for goal number 2 and the 7th for Belpost Hill. 20 metres out, directly in front.
It was a good kick by Lewis, but I think Grigg found himself grossly out of position there, and it was a good mark by Jovanovic. This will be a tough kick in this weather conditions, I imagine, now.
So Jovanovic from directly in front of goal. Nice looking kick off the boot. Umpire does not move. Matt Jovanovic's got his 2nd and the 7th for Belpost Hill.
Side for a left footer, has to get a run onto it. Dando right next to him. Kavka held his body there. Right foot kick towards full forward. Holds fine again. In front. Gets around. Runs into Jovanovic. Then handballs over the top. Back towards the big fella. Jovanovic wheels around. Handball. Back to Fantella. 2 steps for goal. And has missed. Through for 1 behind.
Decides to go to the far side of the ground. Went short. Oh, Mark's not taken out there. So pressure arrives. Tobin straight into Chris Reek. Now the umpire says play on as he goes back and gets. I don't know what he's kicking that short for. If there's wet conditions, you need to get the ball out of the area. So this time, hopefully, he's done it a 3rd time. But this time, freak Broom, Dwayne gets the ball, takes the mark, goes towards centre wing. Foot's leading up strongly, but too much carry on the ball. We'll see it go over the boundary line.
So thrown in. Venner in front, over the back. Hammond got 2 taps on it. Venner again. Handball was good to Holes fine. Got out of trouble. Right foot kick towards half back. Fantella dropped the mark, but then was good enough to try and create some space for himself. He's got to try and pick it up. He toe pokes it, and they're away. Fantella gets it back at half back, and he chips the ball towards centre wing. Barton onto it, does well, takes the mark. Jenkins gives him a lead on centre wing. He goes in that direction now. He has to stand and wait for it against Fatula. He does well, takes the mark under pressure. So true centre wing on the outer side. Just holds play up. Jenkins now, right foot kick. The lead's on from Pyle. Goes in that direction. Can't take the mark. And spilled off hand. Boundary throw in. Barton got it to the front of the pack. Kavka couldn't keep it in though as he tried to run away. And the boundary umpire will do it all again. Still in the same spot. Half forward flank outer side. Belpost still into attack. Thrown in now. Barton, Dickers. To the front of the pack, Kavka again. Kicked it off the ground. As did Dylan Ross, but only as far as Sean Lewis. Takes the mark back towards centre wing. Just holds the play up. He was going to go to Lima short, but he goes over the top to Fursland short. He takes the mark, just opens up the ground a little bit. He chips the ball over the top to Lima. Or turnover though, Dylan running the other way, Pat, but Lima stripped the footy of him, but said it was high tackle. Peters goes wide for Broom. Fletcher bears down, does well, attacks the footy. Will need to attack it again. He's got Peters against him, and Bannockburn with the numbers. Broom at half back goes towards centre wing. Foot getting back there. Vanna got a hand to it. Fursland off the back of the pack, gets his hands free, gets it away to Overall. Rides a bump, does well, gets out of. The handball was terrible though. Brad Watts chopped that off.
Ball thrown back into play. Venner taps the ball down. Tobin, good clean pick up. Hands were also good. Lewis off the ground, gains 40 metres, probably further now because it's going to slip and slide a little bit further. The rivers are running under the gutters down underneath us now, so there's a bit of rain about. Van Ingen with his head over the ball, goes back and collects it. Looks for options outside, has Dylan. Got through the first contest, went back to Van Ingen. Good play there, so Van Ingen now with time. Kick wasn't good, had more time than he thought. Kicks the ball back into the middle of the ground, and Lewis arrives. Take it by foot, goes to Baird. Baird backwards, finds Overall. Kicks the ball short, looking for Holtzfeen. Coming the other way is Watts. He collects the ball, steps around 1, steps around 2. His kick is towards half forward. Went looking for Woods. Lima, good work. Broom there, onto the ball, front and square. Kicks the ball back towards the goal square. Unfortunately, again, off. Well, wasn't a good. Well, so the ball thrown back into play. Forward pocket, ball's tapped down, comes out the back to Dylan, picked up by Peters, kicks round the corner, went back towards the goal square. Martin leads Eddie in the race for the ball. Gets over the top of it now. Eddie stands up. Martin does well. Forces the ball up. So 17 minutes gone. Second quarter's Buckley's Entertainment Centre scoreboard sees Belpost Hill 7-5, leading Bannockburn 5 goals, 3. Ball picked up by Broom from the contest. Handball goes to Woods. Has time to steady from the pocket. Directly at goal. Tips in. Went towards Martin. And Martin quite content just to kick the or handle, put the ball through for a minor score. 5-4 Bannockburn. 7-5 Belpost Hill.
So Martin from fullback for the Panthers. Straight down towards Venner. 60 out from goal. Over the back of him. Jenkins to run onto it. He's got clear space in front of him on centre wing as well. Taps it on the ground, gets a Shepherd, not much to kick to though, so now he waits for the lead of Tobin and Nicholson and the car park, and he's kicked it to the car park.
It's done well, the car park today.
The car park's doing well for possessions. They're not really trying to get a kick, but it's going well.
I saw it last night on television as well. The stands were doing well last night.
Yeah, they were. So out of bounds on the full. Nicholson brings it back into Van Ingen at half-back for the Tigers. Runs on, goes to the outer side centre wing, tumbling punt, terrible. There was the car park again, he was looking for it. And
this league too long, but isn't it some sort of unwritten rule that you just don't go to that side of the ground?
Try not to. But
especially
yeah,
when the rain's blowing.
Especially when the wind and the rain's going. So boundary throw in. Venner up against Dickers, the two number 20s. Dickers gets it down. Kick off the ground by Jenkins. On centre wing, Tobin. Nicholson over the top. Belpost two of the numbers. Baird. Kick was smothered though. And off hands into the car park again. Out of side. Foot comes up to do the ruck work up against Venner. Venner gets it down to the side of the pack. Tobin runs onto it. Handball over the top. Hole's fine. Is chopped off though. And the handball came back for Bannockburn in tight. Peters can't take it with him. And he's wrapped up, not going anywhere. The umpire may have to come in. He lets play go. Now he'll come in and ball it up. Still on centre wing on the outer side. Not much movement of the ball in the last couple of minutes. 7-5-47 Belpost Hill. Bannockburn 5-4-34. Punched away, Foot, and now Baseley over the top of it. Did the don't argue and got the kick away, but Foot followed it up and smothered it and picked it up on hands and knees and got it away to Wishart. He gets it forward to Fatula, running it half forward. Long kick towards Giles on the ground. Getting back there, McNamara holds, said the umpire. Bo McNamara will take the free kick. Inside defensive 50, chips the ball towards Fletcher. Has to sit and wait for it. Then he gets it further afield to Lima to run onto it. Broom will be behind him. He's going to be under pressure from two of them. He needs to be clean. He's not. And he's under pressure, but he taps it on nicely to Baseley. And he came in support, and he goes now from half back towards half forward. Gergich back on the ground, goes up. Punched away. Back towards Baseley to run on it. Woods is there as well. Woods over the top of it. And just got the handball free. Peters just holds up. Then he goes long with the right foot. Going back towards Eddie in front. Martin tapped away. Going to be a foot race. Giles, McNamara coming across. Hole's fine. Usually clean. Does well. Got rid of the footy. And then umpire said play on. Dylan got it out to Foot, the big fella. Jenkins under pressure. Foot gets the kick away. And has kicked the goal. Jacob Foot has...
Yeah, this time it's Venner. Foot over the top. Both players get a touch on the ball. Picked up by Wishart. Good little quick kick forward to the half-forward line. Lima, good play. Comes out, meets the ball, goes back towards the centre wing. Out in front with Baseley. Fletcher front and squares. Able to get another valuable kick on the ball. Goes another 20 metres. Pyle coming across with Van Ingen. Van Ingen collects the ball. Handball goes back towards Dylan. He needs to pick the ball up and be clean. He's able to release the ball. Watts gets back to assist. So numbers arrive for Belpost Hill. Picked up by Bazzano. Oh, a nice little feed underneath. Went backwards. Picked up there and kicked forward again into the hot spot. Spoil comes. Picked up by Sean Lewis. 30 metres out for goal. Kicks round the corner. Sean Lewis has kicked the goal for the Belpost Hill side. Just let him sit in the forward line. He's going to be dangerous all the time.
Back to the middle. Symes up against Foot. Symes gets it down in front. Lewis. There's Pisano. He gets rid of the footy. Clearing kick from Matt Watts towards half forward. Jenkins, Lima again, reads the ball nicely. Goes across towards Fantella. Foot race here and Reek. Reek's going to get there first. Fantella makes up some ground. Reek keeps his feet. Kicks it off the ground. Goes towards the boundary line. Then he falls over. Fantella doesn't. He picks it up. He gets wrapped up though. And he's dropped the footy. The umpire says yes. For Bannockburn. From centre wing. Left foot kick towards half forward. No mark taken. Off hands. Woods got the clearing kick to the car park again. In form, and the set plays on. Gains 15 metres. Goes with a high kick towards Gergich. It goes up. Can't take the mark. The back of the pack. Nobody really wants to pick the footy up. And Belpost still had the numbers, but then Bannockburn actually picked the footy up. The ball spills free again. Lewis is against Perkins, who wraps up, picks the footy up. And then the pack develops around them. The umpire's still calling for play on. Close to the boundary line again. Reek's there. And now the ball spills free.
So with the umpire about to put the ball back into play. Foot's there, and actually doesn't make the contest there, so don't have much depth in the ball. Players around the contest again. Not too sure there's any clear passage, but Perkins seems to have got out one side, leaves the ball behind. It's now a Tolsfiend going the other way. Goes out and goes in towards the forward line. Sean Lewis is in front, and he's trying to take possession of the ball. Sheedy right in his hammer. Ball goes over the boundary line, tighter than it has been. So the first stage might have passed. Ball back with the umpire, throws it into field of play. Holes fine, and also Matt Watts there trying to get towards the boundary line. But again, the umpire's going to take possession again. So that far side of the ground, you're right, gets over there. It's hard to get away from the area. The ball. This time the ruck work. I think Jovanovic third man up, gets to the back of the contest. Dando's there, needs to pick the ball up. Quick handball out. Didn't find the player in Dylan. He able to knock the ball forward, but it's with bell post still. Moreland picks the ball up, gets a little kick forward. He's tackled, brought down. Umpire again has got to come in and take possession. He let it away. I think it was Travis Grigg. Watts. No, it wasn't. That was Reek. I think he picked the ball up. Jovanovic. He's out there. He kicks the ball back to where he should be. Piles there. Doesn't take the mark. At the front of the contest as Basely kicks round the corner. He brings it back too far and through for a minor score.
And he's got Ross Dillon wide. He goes in that direction. Pyle makes up some ground, does well, puts a hand in. And his second effort was pretty good too. He tried to get it to Fletcher. It ricocheted off by 14 points. Boundary throw in. Ruck contest. Barton to the side of the pack. Holes find. Short little kick out. And then a kick off the ground by Ross Dando. Close to the boundary line. Pisano can't keep it in. Symes down there. Barton as well. Symes will come in third man. Goes up at the front of the pack. Sheedy put the tackle on. Handball. Though to Holes find. Right foot kick out of the pack if you don't mind. Goal. His second of the afternoon.
Up putting the ball through the centre, through the corridor.
Ball back in the middle. Dickers taps the ball down. Hammond comes in off the square, can't take clean possession. Players with the head over the ball again. This time Fatula's there. He can't take it out. He moved a couple of metres from the centre square. Dickers up, gets the ball down, goes towards Perkins. Jaden Symes kicks the balls off the ground, grabs valuable ground there. Dando going back, doesn't take clean possession. Holes fine.
Great handball.
A real smart handball. Goes towards Barton, kicks in towards Caleb Basely. Just a little bit too much carry for him, but some good play there from the bell. Time Dando's going to be doing the ruck work up against Barton. Grigg was going to be the third man up, picked up by Pyle out of the contest. Doesn't get a real clean kick on it, picked up by Peakers. He's tackled, brought down in the tackle. Ball's released. There's going to be a free kick given. Something happened off the ball, I think. Lincoln Peters is going to be the recipient of it, which is unusual. Usually he's the instigator, but kick was short and didn't have too much carry on it, and finds Travis Fursland. Handball's back inside to Chris Moreland. Takes a couple of steps to balance himself up. Goes long, goes high into the goal square. Mark not taken, it's there. Only needs to be kicked through, and I think Jovanovic's done it, the big fella. So we're talking about late goals. That is also very important. So Matt Jovanovic kicks it.
It's very difficult if you're not at AFL level.
Back to the middle. Symes up against Dickers. Dickers gets it down. Rove though by Holes fine. Through the middle, left foot kick. Towards centre half forward. Running onto it, Van Ingen does well. Runs away from Pyle. Goes long to centre half forward. Dylan, Pat, can't take the mark. Getting back there. Jenkins, also Lima. Tapped on for Bannockburn. Pat Dylan to run onto it. Getting back there. Lima again, does well. And left foot kick around the corner towards Fursland. But a free kick's been found as the siren sounds. And Ben Sheedy has the footy 50 out from goal. In fact, it's Hammond who's got the free kick, so it comes back to him. Oh, I reckon they've tried to hatch a plan here. Well, they tried to get Hammond to kick it, but it is Sheedy with the footy. So,
just outside range.
Yeah, he's been kicking from 50, Ben Sheedy.
Should torp it.
Should torp it. He comes in. He's got about 6 bell post Hill blokes standing on the line.
He's going to go for the barrel.
He's going to go for the barrel, and we'll see how he goes. 50 out directly in front. Right foot kick. Barrel has missed everything. Fursland, happy to see nothing scored there. So at half-time, bell post Hill 10-6-66. And they lead Bannockburn 6-4-40.